If there's one strategy that's probably helping us the most, this is it. That I think is gonna give everyone the biggest lift, that wholesales or even flips are thinking about wholesaling. I recently coined this term, taprooting. Basically what we're doing is we're trying to find the on-market buyers, your retail buyers, introduce them to the off-market inventory without having to list the property for sale. We can figure out how do I take that same on-market buyer, because our on-market buyers, people have already raised their hand and wrote offers, more or less these are your best buyers. Why not start targeting them? And I'm gonna show you today how we're doing that. And so we accomplish this by tapping the databases of other agents on homes that have recently sold, they're pending on or have active on the market. Also, these same agents that are doing volume might have really good databases to tap into. Here's our strategy. We're going our MLS, we're pulling our radius of that community, and we're looking at all the homes that are pending and sold. And here's what's happening. I'm pulling up that agent on Walsh Way. Let's call her name, let's say it's Suzanne. Hey Suzanne, this is Eric. Congratulations, I just saw you sold this home on Walsh. Looks like you had an amazing sale at just over 1.4 million. Hey look, you didn't happen to have any additional offers on that home when you accepted something, did you? More times than not, actually we did. Really? Well, hey, look, I have a seller that doesn't necessarily want to come to market. They're entertaining some off-market offers. You know, I figure I'd give you a shout because you're the market expert here. I see you selling a bunch of homes here. If you happen to have buyers, I'd love to pay you a full buyer's commission if they end up buying this house. And if you didn't have somebody, specifically yourself, were there other buyer's agents that brought buyers to the table? If you were to refer them to me, I'm gonna give you a $500 referral fee. If they go ahead and close escrow, all you have to do is give me their contact information. I'll do all the heavy lifting from there. So these are basically just people that are sitting in your database, in your emails, maybe your Sentry lockbox, your lockboxes that have the smart information, which agent showed the home. If you can turn that over to me, I'd love to at least get in touch with them and see if this would work. Here's what's happening, guys. Last week, we wholesaled 13 homes. We weren't wholesaling that much. Remember, 2% of our deals were wholesale before. We're wholesaling and we're exceeding our target prices consistently. We have about 45 homes that we're still actively wholesaling right now. Last week, about 13 weeks before, we had 10 that were sold out in that week at really strong prices. Why? Because we're taking the on-market buyer who's already raised their hand and bringing them to their off-market stuff. Let me give you a couple more strategies. You can also do this for your active homes. There are agents running open houses in your market, yes? You can quickly search where all those open houses are. You go to that agent and say, hey, I see you running an open house out here grinding. That's amazing. By the way, I happen to have an off-market sale. I know it's not this home, but if you happen to run into buyers where your home didn't actually fit the buyer's criteria, instead of letting the agent kind of walk out the door or letting that buyer, realize they weren't excited about it, what if I could give you this piece of inventory? I'd love to pay you on it. You either bring the buyer to the deal, pay you a full commission, or if it's an agent, if you get me in contact with them, if they close escrow, just for this connection, I'll give you $500. So what's happening is I'm mapping all the open houses around each piece of inventory that we have, calling those agents that are running the opens, and I can find this from the comfort of my home. What's happening? These agents are now selling our homes that are off market and getting on market style pricing onto our properties. This is another strategy that's working really well. How many of you are customers of Audantic? They have an amazing program called Buyer Sonar. Buyer Sonar looks at the deals closed within a specific metro, what discounts they paid for it, and you can also pull up the addresses of what they bought. So here in the last 6 months, we can find that 4,192 investor purchases were made in San Diego County. And they have amazing skip trace, by the way, on corporations. I'm taking this information, I'm having my team go after and get in touch with all these buyers directly, saying, hey, I saw you close this investment, looks like a buy and hold or investment purchase on this address. Do you happen to be buying anything else? We'd love to chat with you. I have some off markets that could be a great fit for you based on your past buying criteria. And we're calling all of these 4,100, 4,200 investors. This active prospecting, we do it a lot on the acquisition side, but guess what? I think a lot of us don't do it enough on the disposition side. So if you don't have Buyer Sonar, I highly recommend it. This will make your life so much easier dialing in, where are my investors at? Here's another strategy. How many of you have Zillow Flex teams in your market? All the leads that come in off Zillow, they have specific teams now, at least in our market, where Zillow basically gives them leads. They pay back Zillow 35% referral fee. That's what a percentage is in our market. And they get to run those leads. All these people coming in online, searching properties for sale. Zillow, Redfin seem to dominate most of the search engine optimization for buyer inquiries. So what happens is they've employed these teams. Now what we're doing is, hey, why don't we create a partnership with those teams, give them our off-market list, pay them additional money, an additional 0.5% or 1% to sell our homes. Guess what's happening? We have all these on-market buyers coming in, inquiring on Zillow, that's running. There's a team of 70 agents, and we're feeding them our off-market deals, both fixers and coming soon properties. In addition to that, we sponsor events for them, we create specific promos for them, and we help them make more money. What do you think's happening to all these Zillow leads? What properties are they buying? They're buying ours. And you can use the same strategy. It doesn't cost you anything. Why? It's more homes to sell. It's not like we have a ton of inventory yet, and they're making more money on it. Plus, they have a seller that is really flexible with the needs of these clients, and we want these homes sold. Furthermore, these same agents, when they find fixers, who are they bringing them to? They're bringing them right back to us. So this is a really powerful strategy to get even more buyer attention on your deals. Here's some additional sources to locate great buyers. Go to loan officers. Loan officers, what's their biggest problem right now? They have no refis. Their purchase environment's tricky because rates have gone up a lot. That same buyer that they gave a quote to a few months ago maybe had a $3,000 a month payment, and now it's $4,000 a month. What we're offering to them is say, hey, I know you have a bunch of buyers. It's a competitive market. This seller has property that's off market, really great deals, or below market value. In addition, the seller will credit for a rate buy down. We'll give you a credit, have that buyer instead of that 5.25 or 5.5 rate, let's bring them down to 5%. We'll make that credit happen. And guess what? The properties are still appraising. Why? Because they're below market. Going to loan officers and giving them gold. I'm saying, hey, look, you can have a lower rate than all your competitors, and the seller's gonna pay for it. Here's our properties. Please introduce it to your agents. If you have buyers, set them up with one of our dispo reps specifically. We'll help them buy one of these homes or another home. And we're gonna give you the rate buy down. And if they don't buy one of our homes and you send us a buyer, we're gonna go coach that next seller to give the same exact thing so they can lock in that lower rate. Another idea here. Sometimes your homes are best sold to developers or Airbnb hosts. Go on Airbnb, find the best hosts, skip trace them, find them. Hey, I see you have a great cash flowing asset. I have something that could work very similarly. It's off market. Would you take a look at it? Guess what? You're gonna get some great buyers here.